Hey everyone, we're back. Betty.
Bug.
And unfortunately our webcam only lets us record 10 minutes at a time, so this is part 2 of love and relationships. And I just want to correct myself, instead of platonic, it's platonic. So don't take grammar lessons from me. Anyways, so it's part 2 of love and relationships, and as I was saying before our lovely webcam decided to interrupt us and cut us off. Lovely. In order to have a successful romantic relationship, you need a certain spark. You need that certain chemistry, because without it, then you're pretty much only going to be able to remain friends. It just won't be that exciting romantic relationship that you're looking for, that everybody wants, if you don't have that spark. So, if you've been dating a lot of people for a long time and you just haven't found that one person yet that you feel that intense spark with, don't give up, because it is possible, and we have both experienced it. We're not actually in relationships with those people, but at least we know that it does exist. It does exist. That
It happens.
that fairy tale romance really doesn't exist only in fairy tales, okay? Because you can find that with someone. It is one of the most awesome things in this universe. So, basically, don't give up. And, it's fun, it's cool, and all that to casually date and to casually have romance, because I do believe that's possible, to just go from one romantic fling to the next. But yes, if you're looking to settle down with somebody, to get married, have kids, the whole 9 yards, then my best advice anyways would be to wait until you do find that right person, because I believe that the right person is out there for everybody.
And really get to know them. Wholly get to know them. Live together. Then you really find out who a person is once you live together. And sometimes it's great and fantastic and you can't wait to get married and have little chillins, and then sometimes it's not so great and you're like, get the hell out.
Okay, religious people who are watching this right now, please don't take me the wrong way and go straight into confession praying for me, because I know that the Bible anyways states that living with someone before marriage is a sin, it's wrong, it's to be condemned, or whatever you want to call it. But you gotta look at it this way. Everybody who's watching this right now who've had roommates, okay, who have got an apartment with one of your best friends. You know each other for years, right? You know the person. It's your best friend. It's one of your best friends. You fucking move in together. Like, this is gonna be awesome. But then, okay, there's those things that you didn't know about the person before, right? Yeah. Okay, and you're like, wow, I didn't know you did this. You're a bitch, okay? No, you really start to get to know somebody when you live with a person, and it's like that with, okay, married couples too, who haven't lived together before the marriage. You find out things about your spouse that you didn't know before, and that's that. So yes, what we are saying is that we recommend living with someone before getting married and all that. If you are really religious and you believe a different way, there's nothing wrong with that, if that works for you. Just spend a lot of time with the person, okay? Do not rush it. There's no need to rush, because you don't want it to fail, right? We're talking about having a successful relationship here, successful with your friends, successful with partners. I just have to get to know people. And, if you have doubts and all that, you just gotta, work at it, try to figure it out. I wouldn't always go with, those doubtful feelings, because I have a problem with that too. Like, I want to assume the worst.
And especially after you've had another one of our big relationship topics, which is an abusive relationship. And a lot of people experience abusive relationships and can't seem to find a way out, and they hold on and they just try to like...
Because your perception of relationships changes, it changes.
Dramatically.
And you have trust issues, and that's going to affect your relationships afterward. Simple as that. And there's no getting away from it, it's just the way it is. So if you're watching this right now and you've been through an unhealthy relationship, or maybe you're still in one right now, you're going to find it very hard to trust anybody. So it goes right back to get to know someone, and it's going to be even harder coming out of abusive relationships. It's just extremely difficult. I think everybody does have trust issues to some extent, because it's giving a lot to someone, and eventually giving away everything. It's giving away, who you are and your soul, really. I mean, because it's like, to become one. Okay, like the Bible says, for any of you religious people who are watching this, like, the two flesh become one, with marriage or whatever. It's a very sacred thing, and it's not to be taken for granted at all. So it's very okay to take your time. If you're impatient like I am, you want it right now. You don't want to wait another day. That's normal to think like that, but if you want success, then you just gotta give time. Time is key.
And it's also important to heal yourself. Like, people get in relationships and automatically afterwards they're like, how can I get over this person? Oh, let's rush right to the next thing that comes their way, and they immediately think that it's gonna solve all of their problems, and it's not.
All that's gonna do is it's gonna carry on the baggage from that relationship to your next one.
So
and
definitely,
that new person doesn't deserve that, right?
No.
I mean, that's not fair to anybody that you're gonna jump into another relationship with, right? So you have baggage and issues from the relationship that you were just
get
in.
rid of it before you get into the next one.
Take care of yourself first. Basically.
It's one thing to talk about your previous relationships, but don't hash things over all the time. Like,
my ex-boyfriend did this, and my ex-girlfriend was such a bitch, and she was psychotic, and you wouldn't believe the things she did to me. Really? No one wants to hear that. And people are going to think that you're a psycho.
And don't blame past relationships to the new person. Don't be like, well, you're acting just the way that so-and-so did. That is the worst thing that you can ever say to someone that you're in a current relationship with. Don't compare them to anybody, because they're not. And just because they act somewhat like, or they have the same qualities, don't jump on and judge them, because that's not fair. So definitely give yourself some time to heal and time to rethink things over and clear your mind before you jump into something else.
It's okay to not be ready too sometimes, and sometimes it is okay to casually date, because you're just getting to know different people. You're getting to know what you do like, what you do want from a relationship, what you don't want. So really, it is okay to casually date if you are not ready for a long-term, serious, committed relationship, whole 9 yards type thing. Because if you're young like us, you get the rest of your life ahead of you to figure out what you really want and who you really want. So yes, it is okay to casually date if that's what you want to do. Just keep in mind what you truly want, and don't be unfair to people. Don't lead people on. I don't recommend the whole two-timing thing and seeing a bunch of different people at one time. I mean, if that's your thing, make sure people are aware of that, because karma will come back to bite you in the ass. Okay, you don't want to be a player. It will come back to haunt you, like everything else in life. I do believe in karma. So.
Unless you're heartless and really don't care. But even then
I don't know why you'd be watching this right now.
Exactly.
If you were one of them people.
Alright, well.
So I guess that's pretty much everything for tonight. So leave us your comments, leave us your feedback.
If you want us to talk more about something, let us know. Leave us some love, guys. Come on.
Or if you think we're full of shit too, let us know what you really think.
Alright. Night.
See ya.